Perfect. Managed it within 5 minutes. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Sprawl. How are all of you doing? Today we're playing more Ion Fury, and I also have to talk about something that's actually pretty important because I was planning on making a build engine game, and I talk about it all the time. But I'm starting to wonder if making it in build engine is actually a decent idea because, hello, Mord. Okay. If you guys do not know, I have worked with some finicky shit before. Like I've messed with game engines a little bit. I thought build engine would be pretty easy to use. Hello, Mord. It is not at all easy to use, and I do not fucking understand how anyone was able to make a playable game with it. And I'm starting to realize why most build engine games, most everything put on the engine besides Ion Fury, Shadow Warrior, Duke Nukem 3D, and Blood kind of have like a severe problem. And I can actually like tell you why. Basically, if you don't know, Build is a 2D engine, but it's also not. It uses a lot of sector-based, sector stuff. Like, everything is basically determined by a vector, and to do like the cool build engine explosions, that it's actually a shitload of work that when I was looking into it, I don't understand how any of it works. I'm not even kidding. It's that strange. This is the strangest engine I have ever worked with on anything in my entire life. It is stranger than Doom engine, it is stranger than Quake, it is stranger than any other mapping program I have used, and I see why there aren't that many total conversions for it. Or games in it. Because I imagine it's a massive hassle. I mean, in modern times, people wonder why a lot of people won't just use the engine from the past to make a game that looks like it's from the past. The reason why is because things like build engine, honestly, it is easier and probably better to just do. They put dog meat in your burgers. It's probably better to just use Unity and make it kind of have the aesthetic of a build engine game without actually using build engine. Because if you try to use build engine, you are going to have a very bad time. You are going to run into a lot of problems that you didn't really think would happen in build engine. It's one of those things where you will wonder, like, how the fuck does build engine even, like, function? You know, it's one of those things. How do you even make this engine work with anything? Like, because it's a 2D engine, but it's also not. It has a 3-dimensional space, kind of, but it also doesn't, if that makes sense. It uses a lot of vector scaling that, if you don't know what you're doing, you are not going to be able to utilize properly. That is what I've encountered. You know, all the things about build engine that make it great, you can pretty much do with GZ Doom at this point. And I'm not saying build engine is a bad engine. I'm more saying like, I understand why people don't really like working with it. That's more what I'm saying. I understand what I originally thought was pretty irrational hatred of the build engine. I understand it completely now after actually like looking into the build engine. No one really hates the build engine, but pretty much everyone universally agrees that the build engine is one of those things where it doesn't really work correctly for most things. And you start to realize that while yes, the build engine is advanced, there were plenty of engines back then that probably could do that if they did a lot of trickery with it. The reason why the build engine was so versatile and why you're able to get those awesome build engine explosions, you know, the ones everyone loves, that everyone remembers Duke Nukem for, is basically because the engine isn't very intuitive with map building. It doesn't hold your hand, and you can like do sector-based wall explosions if you know what you're doing. If you don't know what you're doing, you can't really do that. That's why things like Tech War exist. It's like, oh man, how could you know, something like Tech War exists in the same engine that Doom uses, or Duke Nukem rather. How is that even possible? Because if you don't have the skills to actually utilize the build engine, which they didn't demonstrably, you can't really make a game like Duke Nukem if you don't have the ways of doing that. Also, Taco Party. Better than Pizza Party, I guess. You just don't have the same amount of restrictions with build engine, and that's like for better and for worse. One of the biggest issues with build engine that I've encountered is optimizing it, making it work, doing things with it that could best be described as techno sorcery. Or technomancy if you want to get technical. It's just there's not really any point to me using the build engine when there's so much better that exists out there right now that I can just use. Yeah, sure, I won't get the same aesthetic. Well, that's not even true because engine doesn't determine aesthetic. But like, if I just do it in, you know, like, I don't know, GZ Doom or something, I have more freedom. And also, GZ Doom is a very simple engine that you understand how it works pretty quickly. Build, not so much. I do not know what the fuck anything in build is. I don't know how build works at all. And yes, I've looked at the documentation. Yes, I have RTFM'd. Okay? It doesn't really help much. Because the documentation throws a lot of terms at you that you just, like, if you have never worked with this style of code before, you will not understand any of it. Yes, I am not even kidding. Like, look up build engine documentation, and you will understand what I mean when I say this code was slapped together very slapdash and with duct tape and spit. Not glue, spit. And I'm not saying the engine's bad. Please do not interpret me saying any of this as the engine's a bad engine. No. I'm not saying that. The engine's a great engine if you know what you're doing. But if you don't know what you're doing, you're pretty much fucked. if you are having to learn it from the documentation, you are pretty much never going to actually understand how it works. Unless you have worked with this style of code before. Which I want to remind you, I never have. It's not exactly something I've had to deal with. I have never had to deal with sector-based stuff. Ever. In anything I've ever done. Sure, making a Duke Nukem map is pretty easy. And you can just do texture replacements, I guess. But, like... making a standalone thing that doesn't require someone to own Duke Nukem in the build engine is an absolute horrible pain. It's one of those things, you know? Basically, your best bet for getting Duke Nukem level interactivity is actually to not use the build engine, but instead to probably use something that you are used to using, like, I don't know, Unity or something, and then you just do it that way. Because otherwise you are going to not understand anything, you're not going to understand how it works, and you are going to have a very bad time. You know, it's one of those things where you are probably going to have a horrible time. Learning an engine like build has basically humbled me. Because I was first going to do, like, you know, the plan for the thing I'm working on is it's gonna be a Metroidvania style, kind of Power Slave styled, like, first-person shooter with sprawling levels that have gates via power-ups, and it was gonna be a lore game for my VTuber. Because, honestly, I actually do have, like, a lot of designs as to what the sprawl would look like on the inside, and, like... I just thought it could make for an interesting game with a lot of varied environments, because if you... Okay, if you don't know what I'm talking about, I haven't really put out a lore doc anywhere, but I should. Basically, the lore is that an anomalous building popped up in just the center of a metropolitan center, kept growing into like a mega structure. And the reason for this is because there was a little tiny bit of a population crisis. Well, not population crisis, a population boon, and there wasn't housing for everyone. So the government built essentially automated building, you know, building robots who were told build something that could hold every human on Earth, and do not allow interruptions or anything like that. And this ultimately led to the machines interpreting this as kill every human that gets in your way and make a massive building. You know, it's that kind of thing. It's kind of like Blame, I guess. Or Blam, if you want to actually, like, go big on it. But, after this happened, they at first sent, like, Coast Guard, not Coast Guard, like, National Guard, regular military, Marines, MI6. Well, not MI6, but like SEAL Team, DevGru, you know, all that, Navy SEALs. Basically, they kept escalating it and nothing worked. So finally, after everything, they decided what's best to kill a machine. Probably a machine designed specifically to kill machines. And thus, Spectra, who had been developing a way to make their operatives into permanent consciousness-based soldiers, offered their services. And then, because they offered their services, development on consciousness, transference, and, you know, biomechanical structure was accelerated greatly by the government. There's still a private military company in designation, but they basically are a branch of the military. And that's like the whole thing. My lore is fucking weird. I mean, honestly, that's the most intense my lore has gotten, and the entire reason why is because I feel like if I just start lore dumping into everything that I have, because I do have a lot, it wouldn't really be something that would be funny. It would just be kind of like very somber. Whereas, you know, saying that IP electrolytes is funnier and more interesting. Well, not more interesting, but funnier. Like, it's lighter, it's less... Honestly, the entire point of the lore, from what I designed it, was... It's kind of a very fragile sense of hope. And I know that's not very... easy to define, but... You know what I mean. You know what I mean by fragile sense of hope. I don't think I need to elaborate too much. Basically, it is hope with an asterisk. And it's not necessarily like Proto Man or the Proto Man's story at all. Basically, like, humans actually, like, physically can't really do anything against the threat, because it's... the thing about, like, the reason why they use androids is because androids have, like, carbon fiber skin and, like, all this stuff around them that works as armor against something that is designed to build machinery, and as such can probably destroy something pretty easily. These things are made with demolition in mind, so you kind of need to use something that can possibly rival it in terms of power. An apex predator, if you will. Basically, we designed the machines to run autonomously, but we designed this machine to basically hunt machines that run autonomously. It's actually kind of interesting. And I know what you're thinking, why didn't they just get construction workers? The truth is because they needed it fast. The machines were building within roughly, you know, They can build up to about 2 meters within about 10 minutes. Which doesn't sound like, well, not 2 kilometers rather, and it keeps, but they're not really building outward anymore, they're building downward. So now the sprawl is basically a hell building. It is a building that is going into the depths of the earth and then blooming outwards. I'm sure you all know the concept of the underground residential district. Mainly because that was a big thing that people kept like saying was going to be the future. But you look at it and you're like, I don't want to live in the fucking hell pit. You know what I mean? I don't want to live in the precarious glass hell pit. Ow. And most people thought that. Because, you know, that's just how you think. I'm trying to save Loverboy ammo because otherwise I am not going to be able to deal with those drones. So I'm trying to use anything that could substitute the Loverboy. Because the Loverboy is the only thing that can auto-target things. But yeah, that's basically my lore. And sorry for the lore dump, the exposition dump, if you will.
Domo arigato, Mr. Roboto.
But I just thought it would be interesting to talk about why I was using the build engine and why I was looking into build engine stuff. I was gonna have it be like a surprise, but honestly, reading the build engine documentation, I don't think using the build engine for this is feasible. It's just not really feasible. So I'm looking into dark places, Quake, and all that. I'm also looking into GZ Doom and how Sulaco did it. I'm like actually probably gonna ask the devs a question about how they did what they did with Sulaco. You know? I'm gonna ask the Sulaco devs, hey, how did you do this scripting stuff? Is it okay if I ask that? Do you have any like documentation I can look at from any time that you've used to make Sulaco? Because I'm interested in building something similar, but with similar scripting things. I just need to know how the engine works. You know, that kind of thing. I'm gonna like message them with it later. Like, I'm not gonna ask directly for like code or anything or for their fork of GZ Doom. I'm just gonna ask them, hey, how did you do this stuff? Like, how'd you fucking do that? Awesome. Oh, that's...
You're done when I say we're done.
Sorry for that one. Sorry for doing the little dance with that thing. Ow. Fuck. The little drones are so hard to deal with. Sometimes. It really depends if I have the ammo for my good guns. I'm realizing that the best way to deal with those isn't with the Loverboy pistol, but to just, like, rapid fire the SMGs or the minigun. But yeah, that was my experience being a build engine developer for about a month. Not great. 0 out of 10 would not recommend it if you don't know what you're doing. Basically, Build is a great engine, and Ken Silverman is an absolute genius, but I cannot use it, and it humbled me deeply. Wait, didn't I? Oh yeah, I did have trouble with this. I know exactly why I had trouble with this. How do I get back over there? I have to go through the parking garage again. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I missed some secrets. You know, who knows? So, you know, maybe... I'm trying to look at silver linings to having to go through this entire area again. At least it's easy enough to get through when I don't have fucking missile turrets shooting at me. So yeah. I'm switching to GZ Doom, and that was basically the entirety of that announcement. By that I mean developing on GZ Doom. It's just easier. It's simpler. Okay, I don't have to go through the parking garage anymore. Huh? Okay, open. Thank you. Don't have to go through the parking garage again. Awesome. Encounter dealt with. I actually feel like the game is getting a tiny bit easier as I go. Well, easier in terms of what I can deal with and what options I have to use stuff. Because before, it felt like I wasn't really getting any ammunition for my good guns. And now I'm getting ammunition for my good guns. You know? Ski or death? Huh? You talking to me? Commander Keen? Man. Look how they... Have you guys ever seen the Commander Keen reimagining or reboot or whatever that they were working on? Because that is literally an instance of look how they massacred my boy. Willy Wink your sugar tits. I just noticed that. I never noticed that before, and I you know, like, I have played this level a lot. But yeah, the Commander Keen reboot was literally, look how they massacred my fucking boy. Oh my god, poor Commander Keen. I don't understand really what I'm doing because the momentum is really weird. So I don't get how to get up that. Wait. Oh. This guy's fucking bald, ugly, looks like the bad guy in a hentai, you know, all that. Wait, I don't think I'm supposed to mention that kind of stuff. Ignore me. I mean, I'm not like showing anything. I'm just making a joke. And it's a mature rated game that has a way worse joke. Way more adult jokes than I made. Okay. Seriously, how do I do this? It feels very precise. Also, I was going to maybe do like a showcase of Alien Armageddon. I don't think I can do it on Twitch unless I really figure out like how to get the not safe for work stuff taken out of it, because there are like parts where I personally think I would get in trouble. And I know that sounds really dumb to say, but it's one of those things where it's like, how do I put it? Basically, I would get in trouble because it's less sexual jokes and more just flat out pornography on screen. You know, analogs for toys, which I am not allowed to like put anywhere, even YouTube, even though you can get a toy sponsorship on YouTube, you're not allowed to showcase the toys on YouTube. You know what I mean? So yeah, like there's an actual like realistic looking toy in it. You know, not phallic, if you can understand what I mean by that. Hopefully. Hopefully you understand my meaning by that so I don't have to elaborate. Where am I? Where have I been? Where have I not been? Okay, here. This is where I was going. Elevator? Or is it busted? It's busted. Let's see. This place is kind of a maze, so I'm gonna turn on my auto map for a little bit. Over here. I know if things aren't dead in an area, then that's where I must go. Uh,
Boom!
There is nothing more satisfying than when you get 2 enemies with a bowling bomb that you intended only for one. I'm genuinely like just blowing up every fire extinguisher I see so I can try and find secret areas. Hi, Azazel, how you doing? Sorry about if you came in during the long-winded talk about why I'm not gonna be using the build engine for my game creation needs. It was just a lot that I had to talk about. The build engine is super weird, basically, is why I'm not using it. It is one of those things where I am surprised it works as well as it does, if you understand my meaning. Okay, there we go. Oh, I can't use I can't use the use key while crouched. How are you doing, Azazel? Give me that. Did I get them both? No, but
Exploding.
simple enough.
Speed of light.
But yeah, I'm not gonna be building a game in the Doom engine, I decided, or the build engine, rather. I'm doing fine. Just glad it's the weekend and resting up. Ah, yes, the weekend. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the weekend. Thanks, Daniel Craig. Oh. Oh, that's not fun. Ha, fuck you, I'm alive. I lived. You didn't get me with your bullshit this time.
It's a shame you can only die once.
That's fucking cool. I fucking love the headshots in this game. They're so meaty. They feel good. Why? Maybe that's like a shortcut from that side? I don't know. Turn that on. Huh. It's gonna be fun.
Boom!
Where are you? Motherfucker, where did you go? Down the pit? This grenade launcher's a little finicky sometimes. There we go. Anything in here as a, like, little secret? No. Okay. This way, though, it has... Huh? Okay, fair enough, I guess. Lot of looping levels here. Well, by looping, you know what I mean. It's not that... You like the newer Doom games? Oh, fuck yeah. That's what I'm planning on playing at some point. I just gotta play the other Dooms before I play that, because technically the older Dooms are canon. I could play 2016 if you wanted me to. Like, just start at 2016 and go back to the past later. But yeah, I love those games. They're great. Ow. Sorry, I didn't pause it. Hold on, I gotta check Game Pass really quick, because I have one through Game Pass and my subscription's planning to expire 6/20. Manage. I played Doom 2016 and didn't really care for it. It wasn't a bad game, but I find them repetitive, I guess. Yeah, they are... Doom 2016 is... This is something that some people are going to agree with, and some people are really not going to. Doom 2016 is... Serious Sam with a Doom skin. Except it's not like... Or Painkiller with a Doom skin would probably be more accurate. By the way, I gotta play Painkiller on here at some point. I fucking love Painkiller. People glaze that game a lot, but, like, I personally don't think it's, like, the best throwback shooter ever, like some people keep claiming. Like, yeah, sure, it has some cool stuff that is very inspired by, like, Quake. It's not really a throwback, in my opinion. It's good, but not amazing.
Going out.
And I don't think that's unfair to say. I feel like a lot of people glaze Painkiller as, like, the second coming of Christ, but it's mildly okay. Was going to play Doom Eternal, but it kept trying to force me to sign up for some Bethesda shit, and I didn't want him to do that, so decided not to play. Yeah, I get that. The GOG version lets you not do that, if I remember correctly. You just have to press escape when it comes up. Oh, maybe I'll buy it on GOG then. I have zero interest in playing whatever multiplayer it has anyways. The multiplayer is basically Demons versus Slayer. It's a 5v1 thing where you are 5 demons are trying to take down the Doom Slayer. It's really not good. Oh. I have to do all that again. Well. I have an idea. But yeah, like, you know, it's one of those things where I honestly kind of don't like the always online shit in anything that I play. And the main reason why is because I can't guarantee that you're not doing some weird DRM shit. KF2 used to have a versus mode similar to that. KF2? Killing Floor? Ah, yes. I know about that versus mode, but it's more like, it's kind of like Dead by Daylight if you're all just trying to take down the Slayer, which is, it's interesting, it's fun, I don't hate it. But I only played like 2 matches of it and then never touched it again. You know what I mean?
Putin machine.
Laputin machine. I still don't know what that means.
Dance, fucker, dance. Going up.
But yeah, like, there's a lot with Doom Eternal. It's great. I love it, but I don't. It's a Doom game, and it did breathe life at least into like AAA shooters. But it's not like I'm not going to go out of my way. Did you check out the new 007 game? I'm really disappointed IOI went way too hard on the cinematic shit. I mean, it's fair to be disappointed. I disagree, but I mean, I knew it was gonna be cinematic because it's based on fucking Hitman. It's made by the guys who made, you know, the new Hitman games, World of Assassination, and World of Assassination is cinematic for the most part. World of Assassination was just halfway a Bond thing. I mean, from what I've seen, the Bond stuff, the cinematic stuff is all in the beginning, and it's only like 3 minutes. But I don't know. I haven't bought it because I am not going to, I'm not gonna spend $70 on something I don't know if I'm gonna like yet. It's not in Game Pass. Everything has... But yeah, like, a lot of people were kind of complaining about it, and I understand why for the most part. But it's one of those things where I'm just wondering, you know, like, how else to do it besides just making GoldenEye. And I feel like a lot of people are doing it specifically to just misrepresent what it actually is, in order to make it look bad, because they desperately want to believe that it's woke, because they call everything woke, because they have not played a video game in 10 fucking years. They have this boner that we have to fix gaming before we can play it, but they're not realizing that you can't exactly fix gaming without basically isolating a huge part of the audience and telling... and basically saying that they're not allowed to make video games. And that's kind of why I fell out of favor with that whole thing, you know? Because a lot of it starts coming off as, this has a minority character in it, therefore it is woke. And I'm like... Y'all would have canceled Prey 2.
Oh yeah.
And I hate that. Like, I hate that I'm right about that. I hate that if Prey 2 came out, it would have been deemed woke. I hate that everything I love is basically co-opted by people who don't give a shit about my hobby.
I never.
And just want to score points against the transes or whatever the fuck. Like, I just don't care at all about culture worship. It just annoys me. Sorry. Want it to be like a mix of Hitman and GoldenEye, where you get to choose the mission you want to play, go straight into the level, and either stealth or shoot your way through. Yeah, it does that, sort of, but... like, I don't know. It's hard to like, I can't defend it because I've never played it. Not yet. I just know that people like Grums are going to have a reason to call everything shit. They have a bias towards just hating a certain group of people because they annoyed them like 10 years ago. Did you watch the entire gameplay thing? Because from what I understand, that is only the tutorial. But, I don't know. I'm not going to defend it or anything. I'm just saying, like, we kind of knew this was what the game was going to be, like, a year ago. They've been showing the game off for years. I don't know, I'm just, like, I don't like criticizing fucking anything anymore, because I always get, like, people like Grums or John Della Rice, who definitely beat his wife, and I am saying that not allegedly because there was a literal court document saying he beat his wife. Fucking Stuttering Craig, fucking Styx Hexenhammer. These people aren't gamers anymore. They're just fucking political commentator, fucking bullshit. I want to be Glenn Beck really bad people now. Glenn Beck is a dumb little homegrown piece of shit who made a bunch of lies and then died, thankfully. Sorry about that. If you're a gaming commentator and you talk more about politics than gameplay, it just kind of pisses me off. Like, I hate politics. If you talk about left-wing politics all the time, it pisses me off too. I don't, like, it's not about the fact that it's, you know, the wrong side. It's more about the fact that I know why you're doing it. Yeah. No, I know you probably have a, like, proper reason, but from what I've seen, it's all, from what I've seen of other people, it is all culture war shit. So, like, I don't know what to believe anymore, because people, like, have this, okay, people, when they see, oh, Mark Kern has talked about this, I should probably, like, defend it, because he's probably wrong. It is a, like, violent, visceral reaction. And I don't know. I don't want to think about it. It's not my style of game. I am not going to play it, though. Like, I'm not going to buy it. I haven't played a stealth game in, like, fucking long time. And I'm not really starting with a James Bond game. It doesn't really have the amount of interactivity that I like in those games, like Perpetua or whatever. Wait, am I saying the fucking name of that game right? Peripetia? Peripetia. I'll just say Peripetia. Peripetia is more like games I actually like. That's something I looked at recently. I'm gonna buy it soon. I like immersive sims when it comes to stealth shit. And the main reason why is because I just like options. If you guys haven't seen, like, Peripetia, I had to fucking spell it out in the chat for you. Because I think it's a Polish word. I think. Maybe? It's in early access right now. It's an immersive sim. There's a demo. And it kind of looks like... It looks like Psychopomp a little bit, but more detailed. It's interesting. Basically, I honestly don't really care about AAA shit anymore. Nothing interesting is ever going to happen in AAA. Unless the global population immediately gets super smart and, like, immediately is able to just figure out things on their own, game developers are going to keep making movies, basically. It's an unfortunate reality of making games for literally everybody. And I'm not defending that. I'm just saying we need to start, like, looking at stuff that's actually good. That actually does do what we want, no matter who it comes from. I was looking into Zorch, actually, because it's like 5 minutes, you know, or $5, not 5 minutes. It's apparently like a 3-hour long Quake-like type thing, and it looks fun. I also was looking up The Last Exterminator, but that, I don't think that's anywhere close to completion. That's the Duke Nukem-like. By the way, something I'm not looking forward to is the things we hate in modern games are in the sequel to this game. Well, pseudo-sequel. I don't fucking know if Phantom Fury is even canon anymore. I don't really care if it is, honestly. If this is the only game worth playing in the entire Fury saga, then, you know, I'll just play this one. Basically, if you don't know, Phantom Fury was made by Slipgate Ironworks, who tried really hard to channel Half-Life. And since it's Slipgate Ironworks, that went about as well as you would expect. Glitchy, kind of buggy mess that barely functions. Unfun gameplay, bad gunplay, janky guns in general. Just all this, you know, like... It has, like, every cardinal sin of an Interceptor / Slipgate experience. You know what I mean? Every single cardinal sin is checked off. Glitchy, janky, unsatisfying gunplay. Bunch of bugs that can cause a game-breaking glitch that makes you unable to complete the game. Yes, I looked into this. It actually is true, people. The game-breaking bug can actually, like, ruin your playthrough. Thankfully, there's a level select, but I kind of hate when games make you use the level select to fix shit that it broke. You know? So yeah, I'm very, can you tell how excited I am to play Phantom Fury? Because I definitely love Half-Life, and have never talked about how I think Half-Life 1 is kind of overrated. I mean, it's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just a lot of people don't treat it like it's a good game. They treat it like it's a godly game that saved gaming. When Half-Life is literally, like, honestly, everything wrong with modern game design, I hate that I can say this, is traced back to Half-Life, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. It's just most people learn the wrong lessons from Half-Life, you know? People think that, you know, the reason why set pieces in Half-Life are great is because they're set pieces, as opposed to because you are playing the set piece. And honestly, Half-Life doesn't even have that many set pieces when I think about it. Does it? What set pieces does Half-Life have? I'm like trying to think. Because I can't really think of anything off the top of my head. I mean, maybe the helicopter, but the helicopter, you can actually beat the helicopter, like, early if you know what you're doing. The, destruction of the wall is a good one, I guess. But, like, I honestly feel like Half-Life is mostly gameplay, so it's weird that people make a bunch of linear set pieces for, out of Half-Life, you know? Because I feel like Half-Life is mostly not that. Yeah. Sorry for talking about Culture War stuff. It's just the main people I see talk about it are just not great people.
What the hell? It's not how you treat your guests, Heskel.
Also, I just noticed something. The elevator going up, like, animation looked a little bit jank. I think you might know what I mean, but it looked like it was a very low frame rate compared to the rest of the game. I'm wondering how they did that. I'm wondering because, you know, technically they didn't really have to design the teleporter elevator because you can't go back, you know? If you don't know, elevators in Build Engine are weird. And then, by the way, yeah, sorry about everything. They are very odd. Very strange. Basically, it's a sneaky teleport with an animation. It gives the illusion that you were going somewhere, but you didn't actually really go anywhere. You're still technically standing in the same place. It's really cool to look into. And also, one of the strangest workarounds for anything I've ever seen. You know what I mean? It's like a good workaround. It's just, you know, I understand why Doom didn't do elevators too much now and mainly did stairs. Also understanding why Doom's engine was not super advanced. There's not much you can do to compensate, you know? Build Engine is really, like, you have to focus on level design because a lot of the scripting stuff is very determined by level design. Like, if you go into Build Engine saying, I'm going to make my own game and I'm going to code it from scratch and I'm going to do it this way, this way, this way, you are not going to have a good time. You're going to have a very bad time, from what I've noticed. Keep in mind, I'm not saying that as like a disparaging thing. I'm just saying Build Engine is incredibly hard to work with. You know what I mean?
Nice.
I feel like I have trouble explaining my thoughts on things. I can't really get into technical details on anything because I don't know all the terminology. All I can say is that Build Engine uses something called sector and vector based destruction and scripting. Basically, how you do those cool Build Engine explosions is you add a script that teleports part of the wall somewhere else, and you have underneath that teleported part of the wall transparency. So it works as an opening. That's basically how it works from what I can see. It's really weird. You have to do a lot to make it work. I did it! Oh my god, I've never managed to do that before. Oh fuck. Oh fuck, that was scary. I was clenching. But yeah, sorry about everything. I'm not gonna check out the new 007 game, I don't think. Not because it looks bad particularly, it's just, it's not gonna work for this, like, style channel that I do. When everything I do is more focused on interactivity and, you know, speed, I guess, playing something like 007 instead of something like Peripetia or Cruelty Squad or Thief would probably be a lot harder. Thief is slow. I'm not saying Thief is fast, but it's a bit, you know, it has the same level of depth as something like, you know, this. Actually, probably more. And System Shock. Honestly, like, I think System Shock was the main launching point for this channel becoming what it is. When you think about it. Because I started playing System Shock, and then I got really into System Shock. I didn't complete it, by the way, and the main reason why was because I apparently fucked myself completely playing System Shock. I apparently did something that I can't really fix. And it's not really a game-breaking bug so much as I think I destroyed... I think I destroyed, like, my ability to be able to get a certain weapon that I am going to need later. You know what I mean? I was told about that. And at first I said, like, it's the broken shock rifle. It's broken. I can't fix it. And apparently there's like a section where you can actually get it fixed, I guess. Usually the game doesn't really let you destroy weapons by throwing them into the scrapper. So, like, it kind of caught me off guard a little bit. But, you know, it's mainly my fault. That actually, like, did the bowling bomb actually go anywhere? Nope. Why did it beep if it didn't have a target? Oh my god, it's actually trying to go through the damn wall. Like, I can't pick it up. I just tried that. I just tried picking it up again, and it's still going through the wall. So, I'm guessing there's some scripting stuff where there's an enemy behind there, and he's gonna jump out and say, ooga booga booga. You know? What? Oh, that's hard. Sorry about this. I just want that secret really bad. I hear turret, I don't see turret. I wish I could just reload. Sorry. I can do it. 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 I know how. I know how. I know how. Please, God, work. Damn it. But yeah, like, I honestly don't know if I'm going to play any more slow-paced games on here. I played Call of Duty a little bit, but I'm starting to realize that there's not much I can really say about Call of Duty. Like the original Call of Duty Modern Warfare. There's not much I can say about it because it really is just... It's what it is on the tin. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is certainly a game about Modern Warfare. You know, that kind of thing. Okay, I don't know how I did it last time. No! I don't know how I did this last time. Okay, I'ma just like leave that med kit. Any other way around? No. Ah, fuck. I keep saying I'm gonna leave the med kit, but I want it. It's there, and I know how to get it, so I want it, you know? And I know I can. There we go. All right, I'm saving. There. Sorry, I know I said I was gonna mainly use level checkpoints, but I don't want to do that again. I think that's a fair thing to say, you know. Sorry about earlier. I'm gonna move on from that. Anyways, do any of you have any like first-person shooters that you're getting excited about, like that actually like seem like they could actually be something kind of interesting? I have a couple. Like I have I was gonna look into, I think it was Psycho Patrol R. Sadly, no, I don't really play shooters. I was gonna look into Psycho Patrol R because it's apparently it's the sequel to Cruelty Squad, and I like Cruelty Squad. It's fun.
Oh yeah.
Although Cruelty, it looks a little less horrible and migraine-inducing than Cruelty Squad does, but it's good. I did learn that the guy was apparently kind of like a shitter about some game he made, but I don't really care about the past stuff. Oh yeah, I remember. He got mad at the Toho community because the Toho community didn't like his he made a bullet hell game, but he used the same art style as like Cruelty Squad, and all of them hated it. And they even explained why they hated it, you know, which is that nothing's really readable in this art style, and he threw a bit of a hissy fit from what I remember. This art style is completely unreadable. You know what? It's like a completely fair criticism. I mean, when you're doing a bullet hell, like, you want everything to be easy to read, you know? So doing the Cruelty Squad style thing with hard to read bullet hell enemies, what is that opening? Is probably not the greatest idea. Especially in like games where you die in one hit and get 3 lives. If you cannot read where bullets are coming from or how you're dying, you are never going to complete the game. So yeah, I understand why they were winning hard on him. You know what I mean? I really wish I could crouch and use the use key at the same time. There we go. What is this thing? I feel like this is something, because they wouldn't just like throw random shit everywhere. Okay, do I have enough? Do you guys think I have enough minigun ammo to deal with this room? I think so. I think my minigun ammo is pretty good. Ow. That was kind of lame. There. I kind of wish I didn't have to use the med kit, but whatever. Yeah, I have enough minigun ammo to deal with that room, I think. Maybe. Yeah. I love this game a lot. I'm gonna play Shadow Warrior next. Because Shadow Warrior is probably the closest in difficulty. I hear the turret. Where the fuck is it? Oh, it's in there. Didn't mean to do that, fuck. But it worked. Sort of. Until I died. Come on, open that. Alright. Let's go to this board meeting. Crash it. No.
How do you like your ribs?
I love that. I love bowling bombs so goddamn much. Those are great. And I have them full. Oh. There you are.
Nice.
This is a good game. Like, I've been enjoying it ever since I lowered the difficulty from the horrible squelching you will die a lot difficulty to you're gonna die a lot, but it's not horrible. If you want to know like why I was struggling to actually finish this game before, I was on the difficulty that is described as, and I quote, "You die a lot and uninstall the game. Have fun. Thanks for playing."
Now you gotta keep them separated.
Come on. Faster, faster. Did I kill them all? Is there one more guy? Yep. There. I have grenades, but the thing about the grenade launcher, I know, like, I have, you know, the max cap of all the grenades that I can have for my grenade launcher, but the reason I'm not using it as much is because the grenade launcher's function is kind of odd. It's hard to describe what I mean by that. It doesn't really feel like it goes in an arc, but it does.
Nothing there.
I am trying to like think of the best way to put it. I guess it has the illusion of an arc, but like shooting it higher doesn't actually do anything. Or it does, but it still misses. Okay, let me see if I can explain it just by action. I have a lot of grenades. So here's shooting it straight. Here's shooting it at an arc. It like, okay, it goes further, but it doesn't go higher. And this actually has like sector-based depth, so it's really hard to actually aim the damn thing. But, you know, I'm not saying it's bad. It's over here. Oh yeah, that's just like the... You know, that's the Y room, as I call it. Armor. Give me that. Going through the motions. What does this do? Oh, I already activated it. Okay. I guess it did that wall explosion. The wall explosion, if you will. My puns are dumb as hell. They're not even really puns. But whatever. I did my best. Do I want to go straight for the red door, or do I want to just go in the employee? There's a lot of, like, branching paths here. I need to remember that I can go back through the level anyways, so even if I do reach the end, I can go back through the level and get what I didn't get. Okay. I hear turret, I don't see turret.
This is my boom.
There we go.
Access granted. You've just been rooted.
Wait, did she just make a Linux reference? Rooted? Ah, I see. She used sudo / give me access. They could have never seen it coming. They really shouldn't have made the password 1234. Oh, I've actually seen something. I've actually seen a worse password than that before. And you're not actually going to believe, like, what the password was for sudo or root. The password was literally sudo. He used the password sudo to password lock sudo. And I'm just thinking, why? Look, I know that, like, when you have a corporate password and it's a lot of letters and numbers that you don't like typing it in, there's a reason why we have those. Please don't try to bypass the password system by putting in just sudo 1234 asterisk. And yes, that is like an actual thing that has happened and that I have had to like instruct people on. It's weird. Keep in mind I'm not like cybersecurity, but I was in IT for a little bit, and like I just had to keep explaining why that's not a good idea.
You need to unplug.
It does get kind of tiring to try and explain over and over again. No, you shouldn't make your password to people who do not understand why passwords even exist. But like I get it. Oh wait, level exit's over here, I believe. Because it's the elevator that we came in. Yep. I'm gonna turn on my air conditioner. It is getting hot.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
You're right to have a bad feeling about that. That is bullshit. Quite frankly. I was lucky I was on my SMGs. That's all I gotta say. I don't really feel like doing grenade war with you. There we go. Kind of like with the Cyber Demon, I prefer avoiding rocket dueling the Cyber Demon. It's just kind of a... I hate rocket dueling.
Nice.
It takes a really long time. Because, I mean, the Cyber Demon is immune to splash damage. So you have to direct hit him with every single missile. And it takes like a lot of missiles to kill it. There's a lot about Doom I like, and also a lot I don't like as much. Oh, I remember this fucking level. Pain and suffering ahead. Those. Any ammo anywhere that I can take? Dispenser ammo. I actually have a lot of dispenser ammo. I haven't really needed to use it too much. And the reason why is because, you know, it's great, but it has trouble against flying enemies, and I've been encountering a lot of those. Oh wait, I just realized I have a Dorito of power. I'll use the Dorito of power when everything gets tough. Or the... It's a microchip that's shaped like a Dorito. Get it? It's a Dorito chip.
I hope the doctor likes red.
What is... the goal. Oh wait, no, I know what the goal is. Why am I being dumb? Okay, now I can start using the disperser. Or dispenser, rather. I believe it's called the dispenser. Because it's a dispenser of death. You guys ever... Yeah, guys, I'm sorry for, like, doing all that stuff I did earlier, by the way. I'm just getting frustrated with Twitter stuff. But you guys, play, any of the total conversions, like Alien Armageddon or Duke Nukem? I played a little bit of Alien Armageddon. I don't think I can play it on stream. That's all I have to say. There's a lot of, things in it that Twitch would very much hate. Like, mainly references to, you know, sex toys and also fully modeled sex toys, with anatomy. That's all I can really say about that. Probably saw the picture when I posted and said, ah, man, is this a no-go on Twitch? Because, it definitely is. I got told multiple times that yes, that is a no-go on Twitch. And these people know more than me, so I am very inclined to believe them. I don't know how I'm alive. Like, the people who were telling me it is... Oh! I thought you were dead, you piece of shit. You know. Where am I going? Marinox and oh wait, no, I need something else for that. Marina Infernum. Yeah, so cool. I don't know Cabal language. Did you know there's like an entire like guide on how to speak basically Cabal from Blood? Like, there is a dictionary for every word of their language. It is not just, like, gibberish. I found it by pure accident because I wanted to, like, make sure I was saying the cult speak right. And I just found, like, an entire dictionary of terms.
Nothing there.
Employee of the month, good job. Ah, I think the employee of the month is very, very dead. Maybe. Might as well use a medkit.
Time to redecorate.
Medkits. Marina. Awesome. Some people wonder why I sweep my head in these games so much. Well, I've gotten like 2 DMs about it. The reason why I do that is because I am so used to things just coming up right beside me and shooting me in the back of the head. Basically, it's a mix of paranoia and proper caution. Oh. Give me that, give me that, give me that. The dinging.
It's a shame you can only die once.
Anything... There's probably a secret in there. Maybe. Not looking forward to that one. The acid doesn't hurt too much, but it hurts enough that I am very hesitant to go inside of the acid. So I found a Pico 8 remake of Doom. Which, I mean, was inevitable. There's probably, like, actually, like, 15 of them. But this one was called Boom. Which is a pun that it's both a Pico game and that it's, you know. Honestly, I don't know what the Pico is. Like, I've heard of it a little bit. But I've also... I've heard, like, that it's, like, one of those things that you make yourself. I should like actually like attempt to make a Pico. Am I still alive? Oh, come on. That's such a tease. Those are props. I can't pick them up. I hate that a lot. Okay, not looking forward to this. Nope, nothing in there. Man, I love this game. This is like the best build engine game, and like, you know, it's not really a competition because all the quartet are holy hallowed be their name, but the unfortunate reality about the quartet is that there is only 4 of them. The Holy Build Quartet will never really get bigger unless we get more people who are willing to deal with Ken Silverman's janky engine. I hate those things. I'm gonna use a medkit because honestly, saving medkits just like that seems very counterproductive. When I know I'm not going to find a health kit anymore, it's probably better to just use it. That was on a complete accident. I don't even know what happened there. Charge the grenade. Ah, yes. Shadow Warrior was the solution to all things. Truly incredible. E equals MC square. Pull my finger. 601. That's important. I'm gonna screenshot that. Does it have something to do with this console I found in here? I didn't think I could use it, but I'll try it. Okay, this one also needs to be screenshotted. These puzzles are like... Some of the puzzles for these are like way later. If I remember correctly, that piano puzzle is after the second boss. I am not really near the second boss yet, I don't think. I might be, actually, now that I think about it.
The squeaky wheel gets greased.
Red key card.
I'll fix you.
Wait, they'll fix you is a... You know what's interesting? Do you want to hear a hot take? Inspector Gadget is about the closest thing to kid-friendly RoboCop. How does any of that make you feel? It's the closest thing we're getting to kid-friendly RoboCop. And yes, or kid-friendly RoboCop that's actually still fun to watch. I don't think that any of that means anything. Like, if you don't know, they did try to make RoboCop kid-friendly at one point. That went about as well as you would expect. It was a very typical late 90s cartoon, and it was not very good. Turning RoboCop into a late 90s cartoon is kind of hard because, I mean, RoboCop is something that kids weren't really supposed to be watching. I wasn't allowed to watch it when I was a kid. I know that much. And the main reason why is because of all the fucking gore. Wait, what's this? What's this? What is all this? I want all this. You want? Give me all your nectar. Give me everything. I need it all. Sorry. I think I'm having a bit of an ADHD part now. Now I went from too sedated to not sedated enough. That's kind of an interesting change. It's so cool having, like, you know, people to talk to both in and out of stream. You know, my colleagues are really nice. You know, and the only reason I'm not saying friend yet is because I don't want to say friend and then get messaged by one of them saying you are not my friend or something. I really don't want to do that. Gotta talk more to be friends. I just have trouble talking to people in private. Okay, how long do we have? We have about 30 minutes to an hour left to play. And the reason I say that is because I have a tabletop session. This is going to be kind of a short stream. But then then we'll have the big stream later. I'll do a longer stream when things are you kind of have to do a lot of door fighting in this from what I've noticed. I mean, it's, you know, not that I hate that. I'm okay with door fighting. Door fighting's easy enough. Wait, can I please get the ammo for it? There. Thank you. Nah, I'm not gonna waste ammo.
Oh yeah.
I'll switch to the dispenser for now because I have pretty much full dispenser ammo. I am glad that I've gotten to a point to where I can do ammo management to the point I'm not worrying about ammo management anymore.
The Putin machine. I'm gonna use the bowling bombs more because those are a really good way to, you know, not get grenade launched in the face immediately. I kind of wish I didn't use my medkits anymore. By the way, to all FazeCon goers, I wish you a very happy FazeCon. I hope you have fun. I didn't get to go yet. I didn't get to go this year. I'm gonna go next year. Maybe. If I can get to a point to where I have, like, a sustainable income to where I can rent a robot and get a ticket to go to FazeCon, I will do that. I would really prefer to go in person, though. However, if I do go in person, I will be cosplaying heavily and probably wearing a mask. I'm also probably not going to tell you directly who I am. You'll probably immediately guess, but, you know, I'll maintain the veil as best I can. Because I know people are very particular about that sometimes. I want to, like, stay veiled for as long as I can. I mean, I have showed my face before, but, you know, like, I feel like no one remembers what my face looks like. So I feel like I can still have that veil of anonymity. Well, not anonymity, but, like, kayfabe. Because for a lot of people, if if you saw what was like behind the model, it would probably like, you know, it wouldn't ruin anything, but it wouldn't exactly, you know, like, here's the thing I always say about face reveals. There is nothing you can do when surrounding mysticism that could possibly, make people, you know, make people shocked and awed by a face reveal. And it's just like an unfortunate reality of that. And the reason why is because most of them are just going to be like, oh, you look like a human, you know. They didn't really have expectations. Like, they don't know what to... They weren't like, oh, yeah, I wonder what this person looks like, for the most part. So, like, if they were wondering what you look like, they are gonna be disappointed. Because, truthfully, there's no way to really make a face reveal actually, like, exciting. Like, even if you're, quote-unquote attractive, it's just kind of the nature of being a VTuber sometimes, you know? I'm gonna bowling bomb that guy, because I am actually kind of, frankly, getting tired of him shooting me. Oh, well, I'm in this fucking laser maze.
Imagine the future, because you're not in it.
This way? But yeah, like, there's a lot of mysticism around, like, VTuber face reveals for some. And I know that, you know, you're not necessarily doing it to prove anything, but, like, honestly, my thing with VTuber face reveals is I like them, and I'm okay with them. I don't really care about them. But I mean, my face is the most nothing burger thing ever. And no, I'm not like downplaying it. Basically, my face is just like, what do I sound like? You probably have a good idea of what my face looks like. Kind of young looking, despite not being young. Those drones, that was a bitch move.
I really needed that.
Imagine the future because you're not in it. Blah, 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 blah. What's this way? Oh, yeah, this is where the drones were. Don't like that. I'd prefer to have at least a little help before dealing with drones. Where can I get some health? Have I exhausted everything? There we go. That works. Wait. Why is that there? If you don't understand what I mean by why is that there, usually when that crack shows up, you're able to blow apart the wall. Guess not here? Ah, I was ready for you fucknuts. Fucking knew they'd pull some bullshit. I can't drink stuff out of the beakers. That's oppressive. It should be my right to drink things out of unmarked beakers. Oh god. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Okay, the ion bow is pretty powerful. Let's do that. Yeah! I have a lot of ammo for it, so I could do that if I wanted to. Wait. Did I shoot a grenade in it? Nope. Okay, I didn't need to rapid fire it. That's good to know. I really don't want to do a trial by fire, but I have a feeling there's a secret in there. Nope. Nope, they wouldn't do it twice. Oh well. I see you, you little bastard. I don't care. I want to move on. I don't have any health left. I want to kill the helicopter really bad. And I want that to be the stream ender, is me killing the helicopter. That's a long elevator load. Because I believe this is the level where you kill a helicopter. We'll see. Hi, John St. John.
I'm sure they'll show you a good time.
How you doing, John St. John? Love ya.
Oh, yeah.
Love your work. By the way, the reason I didn't mention it was John St. John last time I played this was because I did not know. I mean,
It's high
I don't know
time
how
we
I
end
didn't
this,
know. It
Haskell.
sounds like John St. John.
Ah, our guest of honor. The boys have been waiting for you, Ms. Harrison. I'm sure they'll show you a good time.
Here, Ike.
Thanks for bunching up for me. Satisfying. And yes, this is the one where I fight the helicopter. Any secrets?
I hope that flying scrap heap is insured, because it's about to be a total loss.
I'm surprised I lived through that. Is that serious? Oh my god, he has a fucking death pit in his office. That's fucking great. That's funny. I think that killed me once, actually. Now that I think about it, I just didn't notice. He has a fucking Dr. Evil style death pit. Like, brother. How many people do you have to kill in a day? Does that just happen a lot? Oh wait, piano. I know the thing for it, I think. Yeah, I do. Okay. There's a metronome, but I don't think the metronome is as important as just the pattern. Let me see. Where's my Ion Fury screenshots? There it is. Okay, I'm gonna open this up in my other window so I can't see chat for a little bit. Sorry about that. Oh. Wait. Hmm. I forget what the tune was. If you don't mind, I'm gonna look that up. DCA, DCF. Okay, I think I know how to do this now. It's DCA, DCF. Okay, so D is the second key. D, C, A. Okay, I'm looking at the... Okay. Man, this is a secret. Alright. Oh wait, no. I fucked that up. I really wish someone would just not keep a consistent thingy on it. Okay. I'm sorry, but like I cannot read sheet music at all. Which is a major issue because I used to be a musician. In between the two keys here. And then to the right or left. And then end it with the fourth key. Oh wait, I think I messed it up a little bit. There was a step above. Did it! Okay, got it. I mean, I don't feel smart because I had to look it up, but if I did not look it up, I would have never gotten it. Sorry about that. Sorry, I had to look it up. That's... I never like doing that. I don't like looking up solutions to things.
Nothing there.
You know, just like, that's my disclaimer, is that...
Shelley Harrison signing in. I've got an appointment with the doctor, and the doctor's got an appointment with death.
Dopefish! Guys! Guys, look! Dopefish! Okay, I actually need to, like, start moving, because, if I don't, I'm not gonna beat the helicopter this stream. Where am I going? This way? No, not that way. There's a way to go. Is it the elevator? Do I just go into the elevator again? Because I remember you leave through the piano room. Oh, wait, no. No, here. Here. Sorry. I would like to spare using like the med kits if I can. Portable med kits, good shit. Okay. I have infinite ammo for this thing, basically. It's just lying here all around. Okay. Gotta get more. What am I? There. I kind of hate how the secondary fire is a little finicky.
Oh, yeah. Gotcha. Oh, yeah.
I don't like feeling like I waste ammo, because I do feel like I'm wasting ammo, but on the other hand, it's infinite, so why am I not doing this more? And now the helicopter's dead. Got him.
Having a party.
Now I'm gonna get the other secret in this arena, just so I have it. More pet. I have 4 portable medkits now, and full health. Not full armor, unfortunately. I really wish there was, you know, I wish that there was a full set of armor here, but as whatever, to be expected, really. I am not going to try jumping into the office. I do not have confidence in my skills to do that. Wait. Oh. Fucking. There's a lot of these. And they're all over the place. Anyways, we beat the helicopter. So we accomplished what I was about expecting to be able to do on stream today. Or at least, like, for now. Because I will be back later to do more stuff. It's just, I've got a tabletop game to go to in about 30 minutes. So, yeah, we'll end it there. And then I will come back and we will have more fun. Oh, do I have to jump in? You guys don't mind if I just do a little funny little save, right? There we go. Okay, I can do this. Yeah, there we go.
Yum, yum, yum.
Okay, now to go to the... Next one. We're gonna go through the secret level exit, and then we're gonna end it on that level. Like, in the beginning of it. Where do I put in the card again? I have the purple key card, but where do I put it? Over here? Nope. I'm looking for where to put this damn key card. Is it over here? Hold on. Okay. Got it. It's not there yet.
I need to exit this shit show while there's still a shit show to exit.
Yeah, the animations for the elevators look a little slow. Not sure why that is.
Come on.
Oh, I'm out of Loverboy ammo. For the first time in a while. By the way, if we had a computer from the 90s that would run like Duke Nukem, it would cry at everything going on in this level. It would fry up my GPU good. Alright, secret level. And of course, it's Washington's Stadium. I mean, you can't make a game take place in Washington and not have that. Anyways, it's auto-saved, so I will be back within the next few hours, probably around at 7 p.m., which is 10 p.m. EST. And then we'll play more. I'm gonna raid out today. I'm gonna raid out, and then we'll be back later. I play Falcon is playing Ion Fury. You know, I've never raided to this person. Let's raid to them. Let's tell them hi, show them some love. I will see you all next time. Peace out. Have a good day. And take care.